Yeah, we're really going there. Now, before you roll your eyes or think this is just another silly talk about men and their usual habits, stay with me. Because what men quietly wish they could do with your breasts says much more than just physical desire. This isn't just about lust, it's about curiosity, connection, comfort, excitement, and sometimes even love. For many men, your chest is more than just a body part. It represents comfort, closeness, and that playful kind of freedom. It's a place where he feels chemistry and calm all at once. And no, he likely hasn't said any of this out loud, because most men don't go around saying, "I love resting my head on your chest. It eases my whole system." Or, "I secretly hope you'll mess with me when I touch you there." But these thoughts are real, and they're often running quietly in the background of his mind. In this moment together, I'm going to pull back that curtain and show you 5 things men quietly want to do with your chest, and what those things reveal about how he bonds with you. Some of them will surprise you, some will make you smile, but all of them will help you understand how men really experience closeness, and how you can build a deeper emotional and physical bond without ever having to chase it. So if you're ready to go beyond the obvious and understand what this means on a deeper level, how he sees you not just physically but emotionally, let's begin. Someone once said, when a man lays his head on your chest, it's not only a physical action, it's emotional, almost instinctive. It taps into something very primal but also deeply soft. And that's real. He may joke about it, he might act like it's just a comfy spot to rest. But don't be fooled. When he places his head there, he's dropping his guard. He's not just laying on you, he's letting go of stress, ego, and the constant need to be the strong one, the tough one, the protector. In that quiet moment, your chest becomes a peaceful space for him, a soft, safe place to rest from the loud world. He's not seeking thrills, he's seeking peace. Men aren't often given permission in life to relax, to be gentle, to just exist in silence. Society teaches them to push through, stay strong, keep emotions tucked away. But when he's physically close to a woman he loves, it gives him room to breathe. The warmth of your skin, the rise and fall of your breath, the sound of your heart. It calms him, and that calm becomes something he wants more of. Even if he doesn't fully understand why, he may not realize it himself, but when he rests his head there, it feels like home. And the moment you welcome him without needing anything in return, just holding him, letting him be, something powerful happens. He feels safe, he feels seen, and he feels deeply chosen. Not just for his body or what he can provide, but for his heart. That kind of safety doesn't come around often. It creates a bond that goes beyond anything physical. You become the woman he links with peace, with quiet, with home. So many women don't realize just how strong that connection is. They assume closeness must always be passionate or dramatic, but sometimes true intimacy is soft. It's still. It's a man resting on your chest while you gently stroke his hair, or simply breathe with him in quiet. Those are the memories that last the longest, not because they're loud, but because they're rare, they're real, they're honest. And something else happens too. When you let him into that kind of softness, it makes him want you more. Not just your body, but everything that comes with being close to you. You've become someone he doesn't just want to touch, but someone he trusts, someone he relaxes around. So when passion comes into the picture, it's not just physical. His heart is involved too. That's the difference between a moment of desire and something deeper. Lust may come and go, but desire, rooted in emotional safety, only grows stronger. So the next time he lays his head on you like that, don't see it as a random thing. Understand how meaningful it is. And if you really want to build a stronger bond, don't just let him stay. Invite him to. Hold him like you mean it. Let the moment stretch longer. Be the one who not only excites him, but settles him. Because in the end, it's not just your curves he's drawn to. It's the way he feels in your arms. That's what no one tells you. That's the hidden truth. And once you get it, you'll see the kind of power you've had all along. Now here's another thing many women miss. They think men just want to grab or stare or treat breasts like trophies. But the truth is, what men often enjoy most is the playful connection, the chance to tease and be teased back, the space to be light and flirt without pressure. The most exciting kind of closeness doesn't happen when you go straight into it. It builds from that playful energy, the shared smile, the cheeky glance. Your chest becomes part of that fun exchange, not just something to touch, but a part of the dance. He doesn't want it to feel serious or like a routine. He wants it to feel exciting, like a flirty little secret between you both. Think about those moments when you catch him staring, and instead of getting annoyed, you flash a knowing smile and say, "Eyes up here, mister." That confidence, that little spark, that's what lights him up. It shows you're comfortable in your skin, that you know exactly the kind of effect you have, and you're not afraid to play with it. That's what keeps him hooked. When you tease him back, maybe you gently brush his hand away with a smirk or shoot him a playful look when he gets a little too bold. It creates this push and pull that drives him wild. Not because you're saying no, but because you're inviting him into the game. It's not rejection, it's challenge. It's fun. And to men who really care, that playful back and forth is everything. They don't just want to touch, they want to interact. They want the moment to feel alive. Like when he slips a hand under the blanket and you laugh and swat it away. Or when he reaches for you and you say "you wish" with that playful glint in your eye. Those tiny moments build something electric. He remembers them not because they were wild, but because they made him feel something. They created joy, laughter, chemistry. When you join in like that, when you match his energy, guide him with your body language, respond with a smile instead of shutting it down, he sees you differently. You become someone who is at ease in her own body, someone who's confident and light and alive. And that kind of energy is unforgettable. It takes all the pressure off both of you. You don't feel like you have to perform. He doesn't feel like he has to impress. The whole mood softens, opens, breathes. And when things do turn physical, that fun, teasing energy is already flowing. It makes everything feel natural, like it's just the next step in a dance you've both been enjoying. For him, that's deeply attractive. He's not just thinking about your body, he's thinking about the spark between you, the part of you that comes alive when you feel playful, confident, and free. That's what he's drawn to. That's what he secretly hopes for every time he flirts with you. Not just permission, but a partner in the play. Someone who chooses to dance with him. So next time he reaches for you in that cheeky way, don't shut it down. Smile. Push him away gently. Pull him closer a second later. Let the moment grow. Let it breathe. That teasing, laughing, electric connection, that's what turns him on in a way nothing else can. Use your voice, your tone, your energy to respond with that flirty kind of charm that makes him think, wow, she's amazing. Because when you stop seeing those playful moments as childish or annoying and instead see them as little openings for connection, something really beautiful happens. Intimacy isn't always about sex. Sometimes it's just about two people who know how to smile, tease, and flirt like it's brand new. Every single time. There's this quiet fantasy that lives inside a man's mind much more often than most women imagine. It's not loud or wild or aggressive. It's slow, thoughtful, and almost respectful. It's the fantasy of simply getting to admire your breasts with patience, attention, and care. You might be surprised how many men secretly want nothing more than to explore you at a pace that isn't about rushing to the next step. For a lot of men, the most exciting part of intimacy happens before anything officially begins, when he's slowly watching you react to every gentle kiss, every soft stroke, that moment when he gets to fully see you. Yes, men are visual beings, but that doesn't mean they're always in a hurry. Some men are deep feelers. They want to enjoy the view, notice every curve, every breath, every small expression of pleasure across your face. They don't just want to touch your skin. They want to appreciate it. The way your body naturally leans into their hands, the way your eyes shift when you know he's fully present with you. It's all part of the experience. And when you let yourself be seen like that, not pretending, not posing, but just honestly open and present, it creates a kind of intimacy many women don't even realize men deeply crave. Here's something that might surprise you. When a man slows down, it's not always to tease you. A lot of the time, he's the one being teased. The closeness, the slow breathing, the way your chest rises when he kisses you there. It all pulls him deeper into the moment. But even more than that, it helps him feel close. He feels like he's not just with your body, but your trust too. That's what makes it powerful. And if you've ever felt a little self-conscious about that part of your body, maybe because of how it looks or because you're comparing yourself to some unrealistic ideal, please hear this. Men aren't looking for perfect. They're looking for presence. When you give him that permission to really be there, when you let him move slowly and take in the moment, he doesn't just feel turned on, he feels welcomed. He feels like he's not being rushed or judged or merely allowed. He feels invited. That invitation changes everything. It turns the moment into something real, not mechanical. Not something that just needs to happen, but something that's blooming naturally between two people who want to be exactly where they are. And here's what happens when you let him kiss and admire you slowly. It tells him something huge. It shows him that intimacy isn't just about getting somewhere, it's about being present. It becomes emotional, not just physical. He starts to connect your body with joy, with trust, with closeness. And once that connection starts to grow, the rest of your physical relationship deepens too. Because now he's not chasing a goal, he's soaking in the experience. The truth is, many men won't say this out loud. Either they think it sounds too sensitive or they don't know how to express it. But when he's lying next to you, touching you like you're something rare, kissing you like there's no place else he'd rather be, that's when you know he's not just excited, he's attached. And when you meet him in that moment, with softness, with confidence, maybe even a quiet little smile that says, "I like this too," you create something unforgettable. Something that lingers in his mind and heart, not just desire, but deep appreciation. Men don't just think about touching your body, they're constantly watching how it responds. Every time their hand moves across your skin, every kiss, every gentle touch, they're paying attention, they're listening, feeling for how you react. And this is something many women don't realize. For a lot of men, the most thrilling part isn't the act, it's your response to it. Especially when it comes to your chest. Yes, he wants to explore, but more than that, he's looking for signs. Signs that he's giving you pleasure. Signs that he's doing it right. Signs that he's not just allowed in, but that he's unlocking something beautiful inside you. Your reactions in those moments, that's his feedback, and it matters more than you probably think. That's why sometimes he'll touch gently, then press a little deeper, then shift slightly. Not because he's playing around, but because he's tuning in. He's paying attention to your breath, the way you quietly moan, the way you shift toward him or wrap your arms around him. Every tiny move you make teaches him something about what you like, and when you truly respond, not just go through the motions, but really feel, it lights something up inside him. It makes him feel more than wanted. It makes him feel like he's truly with you. In that moment, he's not lost in his own head. He's locked in with you. And that connection, that's the spark. But here's something important. When you hold back your reactions, or you overthink them, or you get caught up in how you look, or whether you're doing it right, it creates space between you. It's like trying to dance with someone who's too nervous to move. But when you let go of the need to be perfect, when you focus on what feels good instead of how you appear, that's when everything starts to flow. That's when your pleasure becomes magnetic. Because now he's not wondering, is she enjoying this? He knows. And when he knows, he becomes more confident, more giving, more in the moment. That's why so many men secretly dream of seeing you react. Arching softly when he touches you, gasping softly when he kisses your chest, pulling him close when he hits that perfect spot. For him, that's better than anything else. That's the real turn on. Your pleasure becomes his pleasure. He's not just part of the experience, he's helping create it. And for a man who genuinely cares about how you feel, that's one of the most powerful things he can experience. But this isn't about pretending. It's not about putting on a show. The magic only comes when you're really there, when you're not stuck in your head, not playing a role, but simply feeling. That kind of presence is what drives him wild, because it's real. It's not a routine. It's a shared experience. A beautiful, emotional moment between two people who are truly present with each other. So the next time he touches you, especially there, give yourself permission to stay in your body, not your thoughts. Let yourself feel. Let your reactions come naturally. Because how you respond isn't just a signal, it's a language. Tells him everything he needs to know. And when you show him what you enjoy, even without a single word, you're leading him, guiding him, pulling him deeper into the moment. That's what he wants most of all. To be the man who doesn't just get to touch you, but the one who knows how to make you feel something unforgettable. That's what makes the connection unforgettable. A lot of people think that during sex, a man's attention is only on that final moment, on the physical release, on chasing what feels good for him. But the men who are really tuned in, the ones who want something deeper, they're not just using your body, they're feeling it. They're including it in something more. And when it comes to your chest, it's not just about looking or grabbing, it's about bringing every part of you into the feeling of closeness. One thing many men secretly want, but don't always say, is to engage with your chest during intimacy, in a way that feels respectful, passionate, and deeply emotional. It's not about doing something just for a thrill, it's about being so present with you, your body, your energy, your breath, your reactions, that he wants every part of you wrapped up in the moment. That feeling he gets when his hands are on your hips, his lips brushing your neck, and your chest pressed against him. It's not just physical, it's emotional closeness. Your breasts in those moments become more than physical. They're symbols of your softness, your power, your femininity, and your vulnerability, all at once. Touching them isn't just exciting, it's a way for him to feel connected. Men love it when you respond to their touch, there, while everything else is going on. When you guide his hands, when your voice lets out a little sound that says you enjoy it, when you move closer to him in that heated moment, those reactions drive him wild. Not just because of what he's doing, but because it shows you're right there with him. He's not just doing something to you, you're sharing the moment together. That's where the real closeness is born. And believe it or not, men want your involvement just as much as you want theirs. He wants you to take his hands and move them to the places you crave. He wants to feel your energy, your eagerness, your desire. He wants you to be playful, expressive, and bold with what you're feeling, because when you do that, he stops feeling like he has to guess what's okay. Instead, it feels like you're dancing together, like the two of you are building the experience in sync. That kind of back and forth, that shared passion, is what turns ordinary sex into something unforgettable. And here's something else. When a man truly loves you, your body becomes special to him. Your chest isn't just something fun to touch, it becomes part of how he connects with you emotionally. He remembers the way you breathe when he touches you there. He feels how your body fits into his. He carries the memory of quiet moments where he kissed you softly, not out of lust, but out of love and respect. That's the part people don't talk about enough. Men may not put these feelings into poetic words, but they feel them strongly. So when he touches your chest during sex, it's not about objectifying you. It's about honoring every part of you. And when you receive that attention with confidence, when you lean into the moment rather than hold back, it lights a fire in him. He doesn't just feel turned on, he feels chosen. He feels seen, he feels safe to give himself fully too. That's what men quietly long for. To not just be touching your body, but to be welcomed into it, to feel like you want him there in that moment completely. And when that happens, everything shifts. The experience becomes more than physical. It becomes emotional. It stays with him. It's the kind of moment that lingers in his thoughts, in his skin, in his heart. So here's the truth. What a man really wants to do with your chest goes far beyond surface level fun. It's not just about excitement. It's about bonding, comfort, curiosity, playfulness, and emotional closeness. Every kiss, every stroke, every look he gives to that part of you says something. Not just about how much he wants you, but how much he wants to share something real with you. Not just with your body, but with your feelings, your joy, your reactions, your self-assurance. And if there's one message I hope stays with you, it's this. You don't need to perform more to be sexy. You don't have to try harder. You just need to feel more. Be present, be playful, be open to pleasure. When you allow yourself to truly enjoy your own body, when you stop second-guessing and just stay in the moment, you unlock a kind of intimacy that most people never reach. A level where he doesn't just desire your body, he hungers for the closeness that only you can give. That's the kind of chemistry that doesn't fade when the night ends. It deepens, it echoes. Now, if any part of this made you smile, helped you understand something new, or made you think, yes, this is it, even once, then do me a small favor. Hit that like button so more amazing women like you can hear this message. Subscribe to the channel for more honest, no-fluff advice that empowers you in love, connection, and intimacy. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a moment that could shift the way you relate to your man, or the man who's on his way to you. Drop a comment below and tell me what surprised you the most, or what have you